Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot, Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds, They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost, Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
Hi, Bullhorn Betty. Thank you for my shirt. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Kids Club.
Nova Scotia. Police are looking for 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan.
Unfortunately, still a lot of questions left at this point, Andrew, as the search does continue for that missing brother and sister in Nova Scotia. We did, like you said, we did learn more last hour. Now that does include plans to scale back the search efforts.
What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep, and they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them, watching them, and they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens, and they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time, and the next thing we knew, it was quiet, and we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
Flying in someone to do a polygraph test, is that on you?
That's not just on me, but on everyone. That's what I asked for. I asked for that so early on, and there's not many places that do it in Canada, so they're flying somebody in.
Why do you think you need to do that? Do you think they don't believe you?
I think their side of the family doesn't believe me, and I just want to clear it up for everyone. Clear it up for everyone, not just the people online making crazy accusations and everything else.
Good morning. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty channel. We're covering a case out of Nova Scotia. We begin with the developing story that has gripped Pictou County and beyond. The ongoing search for 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack, missing since Friday, May 2nd from their home in Lansdowne Station. As the community rallies and search efforts intensify, questions remain. Here's the latest. Lily and Jack were last seen around 10 a.m. on May 2nd at their home on Gerlach Road. Their stepfather, Daniel Martell, told CBC News the children may have slipped out through a sliding back door while he and their mother, Malaya, were tending to their younger sibling. Let's hear more from Martell in this clip from May 5th.
We were searching. We covered everywhere possible. Even in the first day we did. Even with me running through the woods, I was ahead of the helicopters and ahead of the drones and stuff like that. Screaming as loud as I can, just until my throat hurt. Running through water that was up to my waist. And as soon as I got back, I wasn't allowed back in the woods until a man dressed in military outfit said I could go back into the woods. I hate being wet and cold, so they immediately would have came right back into the house. The only 2 prints are right beside the house facing the road, and then that's it.
The children were both undiagnosed autism, are not known to wander far, making their disappearance particularly concerning. Lily may be wearing a pink sweater, pink pants, while carrying a white backpack with red strawberries. Jack was likely in a blue dinosaur boots and a pull-up diaper. The search for Lily and Jack has entered its 7th day with over 160 volunteers, drones, helicopters, and K-9 units combing through rugged terrain of Pictou County. Amy Hansen, search manager with Colchester County Ground Search and Rescue, described the efforts.
Searches of more specific spaces that have already been searched by our teams. We're not packing up, and we're not giving up. Our investigation is broad, and it won't end until we know where Lily and Jack are and can bring them home.
What we understand is the family reported to police early Friday morning, early in the day, around 10 a.m., that the 2 kids they believed had left the home through a sliding door, which they say is quite silent when it opens and closes. So that's how they believe the children may have left the home.
The mounted police have scaled back active searches but continue to investigate with the major crime unit involvement to rule out all possibilities. No Amber Alert was issued as police found no evidence of an abduction, though the family has raised concerns about that possibility. The mother of the children, Malaya, has left the area with family while Martell remains at Lansdowne Station, urging anyone with information to come forward. The mounted police is asking the public to avoid the search area to prevent contamination of evidence, but encourages sharing information responsibly on social media. Lily and Jack's school, Salt Springs Elementary, has deployed support staff to help students and family cope. If you have any information, contact Pictou County District Mounted Police at 902-485-4333 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. Our thoughts are with the Sullivan family in the Pictou County community as the search continues. We will keep updates as new details emerge. Well, good morning, my beautiful people of YouTube. What is Bullhorn Betty doing this morning? I'm on my second cup of coffee. Holy crap. Mother's Day wore me out. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it did. So, we have survived. We have survived Mother's Day. It is so nice to see everybody up in chat this morning. Lisa B, always the first in here to tell everybody good morning. Melanie, it's nice to see you. I probably won't get through all of these names, so good morning to everybody in advance. Aw, thank you so much. Look at that. Starting this week right with hugs to the coffee club. Aw, that's so cute. I wish I had a button. I wish I had a button to push. But I don't. I don't have a button this morning. Not a button to push this morning, except the exit button, which we're not going to do. Kimberly, it's nice to see you. Houston, up in the house. Sonia, it's nice to see you. Good morning, Carla. Leah, goodness. I don't know. I butcher names, so we'll call you Leah. Hopefully I got that part right. Me and you, Kathleen, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Oh, Melanie, hopefully I said hi to you. Don, good morning. Eric with an H is up in the house. It's nice to see you. Sharon, good morning. VA is up in the house as well. Peggy, good morning. Good morning. Jason, it's nice to see you. YouTuber, good morning. Deanna. It is nice to see you as well. Cindy, I'll use the short version. It's nice to see you. Good morning. Who else do we have? Jen in Georgia. Good morning to you, my love. I hope you're doing well. Cinderella, good morning. It is pouring down rain. I tell you what, Florida, my yard was literally crispy. It was like walking on fried chicken out there. Not crunch, crunch, crunch. If we could have fried chicken as crispy as my yard, I gotta tell you, we would all be in heaven, right? But it's just, I've been begging and begging and begging for rain, and I was so thankful. Even on Mother's Day, it was a little drizzly out, when I took my mom out to brunch, but it was, I still like the fact that we had a little bit of rain. It wasn't too overpowering, but good gracious, this morning at like 3 a.m., it was raining so hard it woke me up. It's still raining outside, and I know the yard needs it. But I don't think Delilah's really enjoying it. She just refuses to get out of bed this morning. She's a little lump on the log this morning. I'm not lying. I took her out there, and even though she didn't run right back in, she doesn't really like the rain. She stayed out there sniffing, and then finally she decided it was time to stroll on back in. She never bothered going into the actual yard to use the bathroom because, again, she doesn't like the rain. So it's been a great morning so far, but I love the rain. I love the rain, especially because I'm praying that it uncrispies my yard. SRK, it's nice to see you. Chas, it's nice to see you. Faye, good morning. Who else do we have up in the house? I think I said hi to Truth in Time. It's nice to see you. And please forgive me. I am going to butcher this name. Kazikli? Maybe I got it right. Maybe. Cross my fingers. They did get a search warrant to search under the RV, supposedly. I heard that. I did hear that about the Nova Scotia siblings. I heard that. I heard it wasn't just under there. We did discuss it yesterday. Nothing has been really confirmed by law enforcement, but I'm a little different in my confirmation, because if people in the community are talking about it and chatting about it, then it most likely is true. It wouldn't be, it would be corroborated through other eyewitnesses. And if people are out there and they're saying these things are happening, then I believe that they're happening. Absolutely. And hopefully, I don't think they're going to find anything, because there's just something in the statement of Daniel that has me, he was talking about before law enforcement got there, he had water up to his chest or his waist or whatever he said. I can't remember. Maybe he said his waist. And that was very important to me, because it's like, okay, he's got water up to his waist. That implies something. So that means he should have been wet by the time law enforcement got there, if he was searching in the woods and even went into the water up to his waist, or however deep he got. But I don't know if I told you good morning yet, Sonia, or not, but good morning. And Leslie, keep it real. It's nice to see you. Crystal Pistol, good morning. Mama, it's nice to see you. The real Me Too is up in the house. TD Dean, good morning. Michelle, it's nice to see you. Izzy girl, hey girl, it's nice to see you. Linda, it's nice to have you as well. Michelle, good morning. YouTuber, I think I said hi to you. Princess Jasmina, good morning. Melanie gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. Thank you for that. Good morning to you too, Love Bug. And if you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, don't forget to tell Melanie thank you. Thank you, Melanie. And whoever received this, welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. This crazy family we call the Coffee Club, I should say, i.e. the Insane Asylum. Grab your straitjacket in your padded room. Wheezy girl, it's nice to see you. SJ, good morning. Good morning. Grave Crime with Grace. Sabrina, good morning, ladies. Gina, good morning. Medic Biker, healing from her knee surgery. It's nice to see you, my love. I hope you're doing well. All I need is Jesus, coffee, and true crime. Amen to that. Amen to that. Linda, good morning. I think I said hi to you, Jen. If I didn't, hey. Whispering Winds, good morning. Elaine, it's nice to see you. Maria, good morning. I think we got just about everybody. Phil, good morning. It's nice to see you. All I need is Jesus, coffee, and true crime membership for 1 year, or 1 month rather. Great. It's nice to have you. So thankful for your love and support. Thank you so much. I wish I could speak a little better this Monday morning, but it is a manic Monday. It is a manic Monday. Sharon, it's nice to see you. Detective Whiskers, Pale Rider, good morning. Good morning, Chaos. It's nice to see you, my love. Narita, good morning. It's nice to see you as well. Mama Bear. Who else do we have? Angels Travel. Earth Angel Travels. Oh, it's nice. I'm in your area and it's raining cats and dogs. It is. I know. Well, my lights started flickering earlier. That's why it was like I was not even sure if I was going to make the 10 o'clock show, because I wasn't going to hook up everything and, have power outages. I mean, the computer's fine, but still those power surges just do a number on equipment, especially electronic equipment. So I try not to run it if I know that it's bad enough that my lights are flickering, and the lights flickered several times this morning. Billy B, it's nice to see you. Scotty Too Hottie, GG for life, good morning. Lady for Justice. She tries to act like she's a new member, but we all know better. We all know better. She's had her straitjacket in her padded room for a little minute. Welcome aboard, love. Welcome aboard. Crystal Pistol, good morning. It's nice to see you. Stephanie, good morning. I think we're down at the end. So wait, what? Good morning. It's nice to see you. As you guys see, I'm shuffling something in my hot little hands. And it's because I think every now and again, Bear, it's nice to see you. Good morning, love. Story sounds like KP, just different. Yes! There are so many things when I was listening to their stories, because the mom's only spoken publicly one time, and I heard that she just turned her Facebook on to change her status from with Daniel to not with Daniel, which is really bizarre to me. Billy B for you gifted a Bullhorn Betty membership. Thank you for that. Oh, I see ICU's trying to sneak in. It's nice to see you, ICU. Good morning, love bug. I hope you're doing well this morning. And so anyways, we're looking at this case and we're hearing a lot of different things, and the mom's only given really one interview, and she's, from my understanding, I didn't see it personally, so I can't say that it's fact, it's hearsay without a doubt, but I heard she turned her Facebook back to active long enough to change her relationship status to single. Which, in the grand scheme of things, 2 children missing, who has time for those type of games, And again, I got to put the caveat on there, if true, because I heard it through the grapevine, And sometimes the grapevine's got some rotten grapes, okay? I'm just saying. So be cognizant of that, okay? Be cognizant of that. You guys, I don't remember who bought these for me, so I'm so sorry. Somebody don't get mad at me in the chat. I'm sorry. I can't always remember. I've been doing this for a long time. People send me stuff, and I appreciate it when they come in, like the gift box that B Betty fan got me. By the way, it's almost gone. Oh my gosh, that cherry butter. Holy smokes. That's some good stuff. I have never in my life had anything called cherry butter. Woo, doggy. Oh, that is so good. Oh my goodness. So good. Cherry butter. I think I've got it. I think I got a new spread for my stuff moving forward. I love strawberry. I cook with grapes, a grape jam. I do cook with grape jam depending on what kind of flavor I'm trying to get. But this package came with cherry butter. Oh my goodness. It took me forever to get the jar open. I had to, pop it on the counter. I thought I was going to break the jar. But I was trying, man. I couldn't get that lid off to save my life. It took me 2 days. Trust me, I would have gotten into the cherry butter a lot sooner than I did had I been able to get that top off. But I finally went in there, and I was a determined lady. I'm like, I need some of this. Wait, cherry or no? This is cherry butter. Oh, good heavens! I died and went to heaven. Cherry butter. I'm not lying. Never heard of the stuff before until it came to me in that package from B Betty fan. That's all she wrote. I like apple. Oh, well, I've never had cherry butter. I didn't know there was a cherry butter. Okay, I've heard of cherry jam. But this says cherry butter. Butter, butter. And it is red as red can get, blood red. Like, you can make some really gory movies out of this. I like the cherry butter, okay? Cherry butter's got a new fan, okay? Cherry butter's got a new fan. So, anyways, we've got people that send me stuff, and one person bought me these things. Affirmation for a badass. You guys remember this? Remember these cards that were sent to me? I carried them around in my purse just in case we needed to pull one out. You never know. You never know when the time comes, right? And so I finally took it out of the, hey, Karen. It's nice to see you. And so the time, I never knew if I'd ever take it out. Of course, I never did. I never took them out. I never needed to pull out. Maybe I just thought I was a badass the whole time. I didn't feel like I needed the affirmation these days. So I finally took them out of my purse, and then I'm like, I kind of laid them down, and then I just found them, and I'm like, holy smokes, it's been a little while. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? And I figured, we have never even gone through this entire deck, so I figured I'd shuffle them. We're going to do a little game of chance here. We're going to do a Russian roulette. We're going to, do what those psychic medium people do. We're just going to shuffle until five cards fall out. We're going to find out what, maybe I just need to go choo. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what we need to do here? I'm just shuffling. Maybe I'm just too good of a shuffler. Okay, one fell out. We got one. One fell out. I think it's just I just gotta, maybe shuffle a little harder. Or maybe I'm just that good of a shuffler that I just don't seem to ever have any problems. Okay, we got another one. Another one fell out. Maybe that's it. I gotta smack the cards around. That's what we gotta do. I gotta smack them around. Show what a badass Betty is. A whole handful fell. So is that more than I need? That's more than I need. We'll put them back in. That wasn't fair. I was cheating. That was cheating. A whole handful fell out. I wasn't fair. So we're here. We still got like 3 more to go. We got 3 more to go, and at this rate, we're gonna be here for a while. So don't mind me. Oh, look that. There we go. We got our 3. They all fell out. No violence, Betty. We got our 5 cards. Let's see what our 5 cards say this morning. These are our affirmations for a badass. You will get there. You're going to do great today. There you go. We're going to do great today. Oops, this one's upside down. Does that mean opposite of what it says? I've been watching these little card reader people. You don't want upside down cards. No. They mean totally opposite. I don't like that. This one was upside down. My unique spirit brings shit ton of light to the world. Well, I would really like to think so. Okay. Let's see. This one has some cuss words, guys. Maybe if for all my religious people up in here, I'll try to make it cuss free for you. Let's see what we got here. I'm not a sunrise. I'm the effing sun. Oh, I like that. Ooh. Bullhorn Betty needs to coin that one. I'm a effing masterpiece. Well, depending on your appearance, how you look at it. I think I am, I don't think God makes mistakes. He made me deaf with a big mouth. Doesn't seem like a mistake to me. Okay, sorry. So unprofessional of me. I'm live. Get it together, lady. Get it together. But it is the truth, right? He made me deaf and gave me a big mouth. So, it seems like that was part of the design. I'm just saying. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. Oh. Princess Jasmina says, my husband tells me I'm the effing sun and not a sunrise, or not sunshine. I had a nightmare. I standing by the water and the little boy wash. Aww. I pray not. Me too. All right, for the last card of the day, it says, I don't have to be perfect to be effing awesome. There you go. The card said it. It must be true. It must be true. Come back tomorrow for our next fight. Now that I know how to aggressively shuffle the cards, just got to smack them around a little bit. Oh, good gracious. Oh, good gracious. Okay, well, happy Monday. Happy Manic Monday. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Show. If you don't know who I am, I'm the crazy blonde lady. I'm not even blonde anymore. I'm starting to become a brown-haired, kind of grayish-haired lady now. We've grown it almost all out. I've just got a few little tips left on it. But I used to be the crazy blonde hair lady, but I decided to go incognito, so I decided to let my real color shine through. My real color shine through. So we do have a serious case out of Nova Scotia of two siblings that did disappear from their home. Now, how this all happened, we're not quite sure yet. While I really feel uncomfortable about some of the behaviors of the mom and the stepdad, I'm putting the air quotes up there because they're not married, but he's been in the kid's life long enough that he's a parental figure. He's a step parent to them. They may even call him dad. One of them, he would have been in his life ever since he was, an infant almost, 1 year old around there or before. So, the youngest one, the boy, Jack, would have only known him as a parent figure. And they did have another child, a 16-month-old child, a girl. I believe her name is Meadow. And nobody's talking about her except with the story about the two children, right? Like, the story is that they were in the bedroom with this child, this infant, and the other two were out of school because one of them had a cough, and they heard them up and about, but they fell asleep, and when they woke up, the children were gone. And based upon their assessment, they must have gotten out through the sliding glass door because it's the only door that doesn't make noise, and they were out in the backyard and must have had a way of getting out of the backyard and going off the property somewhere, somehow. About 20 or so minutes later, when they didn't hear the children, making noise, they got up to look for them and couldn't find them in the house. They looked outside. They couldn't find them outside. And then they started panicking a little bit. They searched around, hollered inside and outside the home for the kids. They didn't find them. And so then they called law enforcement, and, the cavalry came in, media came in, and now social media has come in. There's been very limited press, not in the sense of there's been no press on the case, but very limited press related to the mom and the stepfather, which, if we recall, with the Sebastian Rogers, one of the weirdest things and the things that we had asked is why not a whole lot of press conferences. You really want to make sure, especially if a child has been abducted, you absolutely want whoever abducted that person to humanize their abductee, right? You want to get in front of that camera and call them by their name and talk about what they love. And really, if the abductor is watching the TV, you really want them to look at your child as a human being, as and the more you can get the abductor to relate to their victim, the more likely it will be that they free them, because they don't want to hurt somebody that they relate to and like. And so when you have these stories where, the parents are saying that a child's abducted, but not pleading to the abductor or trying to humanize that child in the abductor's mind, and not having the support of law enforcement, we all look at that as problems. Because if you truly believe there was an abductor, then you're going to be speaking to an abductor because you truly believe there's an abductor. Does that make sense? If you didn't believe there's an abductor and you're only implying it, then you're not really you yourself are not invested in that narrative. But when you're invested in a narrative, then you're acting in that capacity. You know, if you think that there's an abductor, whoever took them, just drop them off. They're great kids. They really love this. They really love that. You know, they're sick. You know, they just need their medicine. Just drop them off anywhere. You don't have to drop them off and leave. We're not looking for you. We just want the children back. Right? Go through how, you know, Lily's in ballerina or in baton, you know, just whatever you can do so that abductor is looking at those children differently. And we're not seeing that there. And I feel like that's almost instinctual. Like you want, as a parent that doesn't have their child, it to me just seems instinctual. You want like every radio station talking about it, every TV having your child's name and photo on it. Like I just feel like that is instinctual from any single parent out there that's facing a missing child or a runaway child, right? You want everybody to know this child. You don't care if it embarrassed them. You just want to know that they're okay and where the heck they are, right? When it gets to this point, you're not even worried about, you know, grounding them for sneaking out or anything. You literally just want them back home to make sure that they're okay. So, this next one is, we hear about this child, we hear about this 16-month-old, and nobody really knows anything about this child. Nobody knows where this child is, right? We only know about this child because the excuse from the mom and the stepfather were they were in bed with their other toddler, taking care of their toddler and falling asleep with their toddler in their room. But nobody knew who this toddler was, whether this toddler was a boy or a girl, or where is this baby? Where's the baby, right? I've had those questions, but I haven't vocalized them. And then, of course, as I'm doing research on the case, because I do periodic research on every case that we cover periodically throughout the day. And so when I come across something, I make note of it. If I think it's like breaking news, I'll come immediately live, or I'll opt to just email it to myself and put it on the next morning show or the next afternoon show, whatever I run across the information, because we want new and relevant information. And so this was kind of on my same thought process whenever I came across it. Where's this baby? Who's this child? And is this child being taken care of? Because mom left. Did mom leave with the baby? You know, we never asked those questions. And quite frankly, I haven't really heard anybody else ask those questions until now. So this one says, yes, there's an indication that Lily and Jack, 16-year-old baby sister Meadow, is currently in the custody of Child Protective Services in Nova Scotia. According to reports, Daniel Martell, the children's stepfather, attempted to visit Meadow at the CPS office in Stellarton, but was denied access. He stated, as of now, I can't be around Meadow, suggesting the CPS has placed restrictions on his contact with the child. While the exact reason for CPS involvement has not been publicly disclosed, such actions are typically taken to ensure the safety and well-being of a child, especially in situations where there is an ongoing investigation or concern about the child's environment. Sorry, she's
on the Jack and Lily case. So, for instance, on May 8th, the baby Meadow, this would be Dan and the mom's biological baby, okay? The baby is with CPS. The baby is in CPS's care. On May 8th, Daniel went to go visit his daughter Meadow and was denied visitation. So they're not letting the parents see the baby whatsoever. There hasn't been another update in the last couple of days about this, but as of May 8th, he went to visit the baby and was denied visitation. So I'm wondering if this is just Canada's rule. If two children go missing from your house, the CPS takes your other child, or they believe something sinister happened, because those children supposedly went missing 20 minutes prior to him searching, okay, in a fenced-in yard. How far can these two little babies get in that time without any kind of clues left behind? Like he was saying, I can't believe they didn't find a diaper or a pull-up. I can't believe they didn't find a backpack. What about boots or something left behind? You know what I mean? There was nothing. They went poof, like the story of Sebastian Rogers, how Chris Proudfoot says, he just went poof. He's a ninja. No, sorry. These kids are not ninjas. Something has happened to them. Okay? Something has happened to them. Now, obviously, the police are onto something and think something bad happened to these children. And I also want to state that the children's last day at school was April 29th, okay? That was a Tuesday. Wednesday was a day off school. Thursday, they missed school. Mom says they had a cough. And then school calls, ask about. Then Friday, they come up missing. So I'm still thinking that these kids were missing long before. Yes. So in the time frame between Tuesday after school to Friday when the search. So something in that time period. What happened?
I think something happened before they didn't go to school on Thursday. Because I think that's exactly why they didn't go to school on Thursday. I think the parents were panicking, trying to figure out what they're going to do.
What happened in that time period for these kids?
And that also gives me my reasoning for the wide radius as well. The wide radius is important too, because they did have an extra day to do something. And that's my theory if the parents are involved. Now, I haven't completely set aside the abduction theory or a third party theory just yet, because there is a possibility that they had a party at their house with their two young children, and that can pose a whole host of issues that they may not have thought about. So I'm not completely in it that these parents have something to do with it. Their behavior suggests that they know more, or they're hiding something. Like, for example, what do I mean by they're hiding something? Sometimes I feel like if like they did have a house party and their children did come up missing, or say they ingested something that may have harmed them somehow, some way, and they found them, they may know that they didn't have anything to do with, like, specifically harming them, like, strangulation or something more sinister. Then they may feel guilty for the environment or for something. So it's hard to explain, but they would be exhibiting these red flags when it's meaning something different, is what I'm trying to point out. I'm just using a very, very bad example. Give me just a second. I just lost my camera. Hold on a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So let's finish that up. I think there's only like a couple, like 10 seconds.
Kids to vanish like they did. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you.
So I think that a lot of us are making the connection of the similarities to the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. It's hard not to, okay? I'm sorry, but it is very, very, very hard not to see the similarities in these two cases when we're talking about them, because the behaviors of the mom, the stepfather are very similar. The mom has left the area very similar to Katie's behaviors. Some of the statements that they made sound similar to some of the statements that Chris and Katie have made throughout the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And so because we're all very fresh with the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, these things are very glaring to us, because we're also dealing with them and have been dealing with these exact same scenarios, statements, and behaviors for well over a year in the Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers case. And then we're at this case and we're like, okay, here we go. But that's us with our bias from Sebastian Rogers. But we have to handle this case equally. So that means that we have to look at all possibilities. We just can't jump on the bandwagon that it's the mom or the stepdad or both. But again, this is leading to very peculiar situation, especially in light of those children not going to school on Thursday. That is a critical piece of information for someone like me, okay? Now, it may on the surface be absolutely nothing, and had they made it to school Friday or even showed up to school Monday, and wasn't reported missing on Friday, that Thursday absence really wouldn't be a whole lot of anything, right? Nobody would even blink an eye at it. But with them taking that Thursday off, in addition to them being reported missing on Friday, it certainly doesn't look good. It certainly looks suspicious, okay? And anybody to say otherwise is foolish, because it does look suspicious. But, maybe it is just an innocent coincidence. Maybe everybody wasn't feeling good, especially if they had a party, mom and stepdad being completely, utterly hungover, not really paying attention to the kids. I've looked at some of the old, photos of her from back in the day. She looks like she has struggled with partying for some time. The mom appears to be a little bit of a party animal, if you ask me. So this was pretty interesting that I found on Facebook, and I'm going to read it to all of you guys, because I think that it does make sense, and it is some things that we're all kind of looking at, especially with the mom walking out. So the mother walked out of a rescue briefing. This is something we didn't know. We know she left the community, but when I read this, I thought this was interesting and something that you guys should all be, up to date on. In addition to her leaving the area, she walked out of a rescue briefing for her children, according to this news right here. The situation surrounding the disappearance of siblings Jack and Lily Sullivan has taken several concerning turns. As time goes on, it seems the stepfather, Daniel, is the only one actively keeping the case in the public eye. He has gone to great lengths to prove his involvement, offering his phone, the laptop to the police, volunteering for a polygraph test, even expressing his determination to search for the children for the rest of his life if they remain missing. That comment from Daniel in particular raises a lot of questions. While it's too early to make a definitive conclusion about his innocence or guilt, his actions do seem to portray him as more involved than the mother, who has remained noticeably silent. According to reports, the mother was instructed by authorities not to speak to the media. However, this silence has led many to question her behavior. Wouldn't any parent of a missing child want to speak out, spread awareness, and keep their children's story in the spotlight? The situation became even more perplexing on May 3rd when the mother and the stepfather attended a briefing at a search and rescue headquarters. According to Daniel, the mother left midway through the update, stating she needed to sit in the back of the ambulance. After that, she went with her own mother, and Daniel has not seen her since. In a particularly telling move, the mother then blocked him on social media. This behavior has led many to suspect that she might be trying to distance herself from Daniel, possibly setting the stage for a future shift in blame. The timing of these events raise an important question. Is the mother preparing to throw Daniel under the bus? After all, it was her family that immediately pointed the finger at him. If she was in the house at the same time as Daniel, why did they choose to blame him rather than her? This only adds to the growing suspicion that the mother knows more than she's letting on. What's also unsettling is the fact that the mother has been remarkably quiet about the children's disappearance. While she has publicly stated that she believes they were abducted, she has never once pleaded for their safe return. In a case like this, where two children are missing, wouldn't it be expected for a mother to publicly beg for their safe return, especially if she believes they were kidnapped? Her lack of such a plea only deepens the mystery surrounding her role in the case. It's becoming increasingly difficult to ignore the glaring red flags surrounding the mother's behavior. Is she consumed by guilt, or is there something more sinister at play here? The investigation is still ongoing, but as more details emerge, it's clear that the case of Jack and Lily Sullivan is far from straightforward. And I have to agree with that. But again, when you heard me reading some of that stuff, it sounded very similar to things that we've discussed in the Sebastian Rogers case about the behaviors of the mom and the stepdad, the lack of concern, the lack of urgency, the lack of pleading from the mother for their missing child. We've never seen this before. I mean, we have. We've seen it in Susan Smith. We've seen it in the West parents. We've seen it in Leilani Simon. But, we've never really seen it quite. Every time we see it, it's packaged a little differently, but it's still the same appearance. And it rubs us in the true crime community the wrong way, because normal people would have normal emotions, and those normal emotions would be uncontrollable. And these people seem to be very clear on what happened for them to not have those unknown emotions. Because it's the fear of the unknown that causes or elicits the emotion in people. The fear that they may be gone. If you know they're already gone, you've already been able to deal with that or compartmentalize that. But if you don't know what happened, you can't compartmentalize those emotions. Even if CPS told me to stay away, I'd be out there on my own. Yeah, exactly. And again, Lady for Justice, this comes back to, the Proudfoots again, because normal people would do that. But in this situation, both Katie and Chris are military trained. They've been on searches for bodies and humans before. So they would be the best suited to take over that task than anybody else, yet they refuse to do it. And they've had all this time to schedule something, to organize something, and they fail to do it. Why? Why? It just doesn't make sense to me. Aw, Passion Flower. Oh, I missed a few of you guys. Grave Crime with Grace, 3 months. Thank you so much. I found you longer than 3 months ago, and thank God. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. And Passion Flower. Aw, you're so sweet as well. 5 months. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the love and the support. I love it. Thank you. So a lot of great points are being made here, and these are the reasons why the public is really frowning upon these two parents. But I have to be honest. Hey, Enoch, thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. Let me go over there and see what that super sticker looks like. Aw, boss, I love it. But these are the reasons why people, are very skeptical. And everybody's always like, well, she always goes after the parents. No, I don't. I look at the cases. It's just the facts lead where they lead. And I'm sorry, but it's the statistics. Okay? And what are statistics made of? Real live cases. And in real live cases, the majority of the perpetrators are usually a family member, if not the parents. That's statistics. That's not Bullhorn Betty. That's not anybody else covering these cases. That's statistics, and we know that because we cover these cases. But we also want to be, for most of us, we want to be very cautious in our reporting, because just because those are the statistics doesn't mean every case is like that, and we know that. So what do? We put out there the information, and we look at both sides, which we did in the Sebastian Rogers case, as well as this case here. We're looking at both sides, but it's hard to look past all the discrepancies and the fact that the mother ran away. People have a fight or flight mechanism in them. And when they feel like people are looking at them because they've done something, and they have guilty knowledge because they've done something, they usually go and hide away. And so that's why when we see those types of behaviors, that's usually what it means to us. Does that mean it's what it always means? No. But it has a high probability, especially in a case like this. So we're always looking at those statistics and probabilities. And this is just one of them cases where I'm saying we got to be very cautious here, because there is enough information reporting that there could possibly be a third party or a stranger danger. And it all comes down to that house party. So we need more information on that. But once all that's resolved, if that doesn't pan out any leads or doesn't lead anywhere, then it comes right back to the parents. If anybody was out there at that house party, or knows anybody that knows these people that were inside their home or at that party, after they've spoken to law enforcement, if they want to share their story with me, it doesn't have to be public and be off the record. I prefer having the knowledge of it. Okay. The Real Me Too says Mr. and Mrs. E will be live this afternoon covering Lily and Jack's case. And I always love their breakdowns. They're very, very thorough. So if you guys have not had an opportunity to watch Mr. and Mrs. E Crimecast, please get over to their channel and sub up to them and check them out. They're very good. What else do we have here? And here's another statement. I think this is one. Is this the one I was looking at? Or maybe this is just everything that I was looking through. No, this was the one I wanted to look at. Let me put this up on the screen here. This is from the White Rabbit. And it says suspicious statements concerning missing children in Canada, Lily and Jack Sullivan's parents. Parent statements. Let me open this up. I think this will be better. Parent statements. The following statements from Daniel Artell, the stepfather, and Malia Brooks Murray, mother, have been highlighted as potentially suspicious. So for Daniel, it says I feared they may have been abducted. That has been flagged as suspicious or potentially suspicious. I've been giving them every detail, everything from my bank account statements to all the information that came off my Google Maps. I just want to be clear. I just want to clear it up for everyone, not just the people online making crazy accusations and everything else. As of now, I can't be around Meadow. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police were taking statements from the very start. They just want to rule out everything. They just want to rule everything out before they switch. Concerns from being, search and rescue to abduction. And then Malia's Brooke Murray statement is we always make sure that we were out there with them, watching them, and they happen just to get out that sliding door and we can't hear it. And then that's where the photo stops. So interesting. So those are the suspicious statements that they believe that they have. Why isn't anything coming up? And then I had a few things coming up for Sebastian Drake Rogers, but we're already over our 1 hour, so we'll come back later this afternoon and talk about Sebastian Drake Rogers. If you guys have not heard about the case of Sebastian Drake Rogers, he went missing when he was 15 years old on February 26th. I truly believe he disappeared on February 25th, but he was reported missing in the early morning hours of February 26th, about 6:33 in the morning, and he has not been seen or heard from since. He hasn't been picked up on any camera. He hasn't been spotted by any third party, and there were no scent dogs that were able to track his scent. So the other oddity was he allegedly left home during cold weather, very chilly weather, without any shoes, socks, or a jacket. When he left, he never took any personal items, didn't take his phone, didn't take his beloved Switch, didn't take his backpack, didn't take snacks, didn't take money, didn't take any type of water or anything. Just ran out of the house without anything into the night and has never been seen since, allegedly. However, one thing that we did find out is during this the information gathering, Nick Barris, a local news anchor in the area, released a video depicting two people on the outside of Sebastian's house. One of the oddities is only one light went back toward the house. And as you can imagine, only one person waking up in the house leads me to believe who that light source is. Now, a lot of the light sources have been enhanced, but I'm very interested in what that light source running back to the house would look like enhanced. So if anybody would like to take their hand at that second light to see what they can find behind the light, that would be kind of interesting to see, but it's not something that I have the time to do myself. Otherwise, I would designate time to do it. Anyways, guys, Sebastian hasn't been heard or seen. There's been two recent sightings from what I hear. I don't remember where the first one is, but many people were talking about it. I found out that most likely is not Sebastian. Somebody caught him on this teenage boy on the side of the road walking across the road, and from the ankle it did have a lot of resemblances of Sebastian Rogers. A lot more heavier, like he's been eating well and all that other stuff, but could definitely, when I looked at it, it was hard. It, very much resembled from that angle Sebastian, but I don't believe it was Sebastian. And I just recently heard about a new sighting of Sebastian potentially in Alaska, which is interesting, to say the least. So we're monitoring all that. We'll see where that goes. Just keep your eyes and ears peeled. And if anybody knows anybody in Nova Scotia or anybody associated with this case, please reach out to me, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I know we have several people in Canada that watch me. So if you guys know of anybody that knows anybody, please reach out to me again, bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'd love to hear it. If they don't want to be on the record, I'm perfectly fine. Keeping them off the record. The knowledge for me is more important than anything. So I'll never tell. So that's just how I roll. But I would like to know more information. So please keep me in mind if you hear anything or know anybody that's directly related to this case. All right, guys. God bless. Rock it out with your coffee beans out. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe and, more importantly, kind to one another. And for those that are in Florida, enjoy the rain. We absolutely, without a doubt, needed the rain. So I'm just glad the weather and the lights in the house cooperated today. So God bless you guys. We'll see you soon. From the East Coast to the West Coast, we are everywhere true crime is. We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find answers to the most alarming cases we have been watching on the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers and bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. We are happy with the work that we've done. We brought many answers to the public, and we have defied mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these cases. We will continue to work, we will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories here on my channels. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty brand of channels and the Coffee Club. Thank you for your love, thank you for your support, and more importantly, thank you for allowing me to bring these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you, God bless America, and more importantly, God bless our victims.